Hey guys, Chris is here.
Excellent. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is Justin over at IAMS. I'm going to give him a couple more minutes here, and then we'll get our start. And I'll do an introduction here, and then I'll switch over the screen to you, Chris. And
Okay.
then when you're ready, switch it over to your cohort, and we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good. And where do I do that? Is it just
Yeah.
I'm viewing your
Do you
screen right
see?
now.
Okay. Can you see the this little box right here with my arrow
Uh, your arrow.
right here?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So when we get to going here, you're going to hit this button right here. If you see that same one, change presenter.
Okay.
And
I don't.
you'll see me do it. You'll see me actually do it when I switch from me to you. And then I'll be on the
Okay.
call with you if we run into any challenges there.
Okay. And do you use the webcam or no?
No, no, I'm just doing a screen. You can do the screen share.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, well,
I think we've
we'll go
got,
ahead and
yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know we're scheduled for an hour. I think I've got three different kind of topics I'm going to go over. Each one maybe 10 minutes. Cam's got another maybe 10. So I don't think I don't think we'll go the full whatever it is 50 minutes or so. But that's probably a good thing. I don't know. Sometimes an hour can be a long time. So
Yeah, no, we should be good. Appreciate you guys attending. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off, Chris, and we'll go from here. So let me just switch over the screen. You'll be able to see how I do that. You should probably see. Do you see my screen now?
I do.
Okay. Well, welcome and good morning, everybody. Appreciate your attendance here. Was talking a little preview here before we get the main features started. I was talking with Chris from John Hancock, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little introduction with IAMS, as I know we have some existing producers and agents with us on the line today, as well as some who have maybe taken their first look at IAMS, or this is their first chance at taking a look at our weekly webinars. So I'm going to go through a little bit of information for both. So the first thing I want to take a look at with you, if I can move this over here, is our new producer builders program. So as you are coming on, for those of you that are coming on board with us most recently, have made the decision to partner with us and collaborate, we have incentive programs in the beginning of our relationship, just like many of you do with your existing clients, that are meant to help jumpstart your business, meet you where you're at, and offer you cash for those first applications and that for those first pieces of business through IAMS. It's really the only best way for you to see our whole entire process, as you know, to go A to Z and submit an application. We want to incentivize you for that as well and start off a relationship with success. So you can see here different levels. If you have any questions on the above or you have interest in this program and you recently joined IAMS, reach out to your primary contact at IAMS, your marketer, myself, and be happy to go through and provide this to you as well, because we won't have time to go through some of the detail or all of the detail today. But at 100,000 level, when it comes to, as an example, I'll use the annuity example, $100,000 piece of business during a particular time period when you're qualified as being new with us can get you anything from a 1,500 piece postcard mailing. I don't think accounting would like me for that. An iPad, cash, or even working on pre-formatted emails and a marketing analysis to help you with your corporate identity package. $250,000 level, mailing price mailing count goes up to 3,000, marketing reimbursement goes to 2, etc. So coming on board with us, we've got some wiggle room to assist you, get you into programs that can help, like radio, seminars, or put together something custom to match your marketing budget as you're coming on board with us, so we can help make revenue together as smoothly as possible. In addition, we have a business builder program as you are coming on board with us, or if you're already on board with us. as you know, very similar than what you do in your business. We want to and we would like to work with producers that think, feel, and act much like you, the ones that we want to work with, our existing agents and advisors, our ideal market. And for that, we get the benefit of bringing on new producers, new ideas to help with the wisdom of the crowd. And we have a referred producer program where we're willing to pay you for this. So a little bit about how it works, and then if you have any additional questions or want to raise your hand and refer somebody or just have a question about how you get qualified for this, reach out to your primary contact at IAMS and let us know how we can help. Essentially, you're going to get paid the first time an individual contracts with us. So you refer a friend, they contract and license with us, $50 there. In addition to that, the first time they write a piece of business, $100 there. And then as they continue to write business out of our pocket, not yours or theirs, you're going to receive bonus points or basis points off of their production for the life of their partnership with us. So this way we can all make sure we're building towards the wisdom of the crowd, and a great way to get paid for bringing someone over to us that you think we may be able to help with successfully and be able to assist. In addition to that, as you write business and as they write business and come on board, we're going to also put together a marketing reimbursement plan for you, in which we pay $100 marketing reimbursement for every $100,000 in indexed annuity premium, as an example, $200 for every $100,000 of single premium life, both indexed and whole, and $200 for every $10,000 in target premium for life insurance. So pretty lucrative program there in addition to get both parties started. Our back office support, I can't say enough about the 5 days that go by every week and how our team has been able to benefit some of the advisors I've had long-term relationships with. And I know many of you on the line can ditto that. Everything from essentially what we're looking at doing is helping you work smarter, not harder. Anything we can do to take those tasks that may not be earning you the top dollar per hour, your hourly cost, we understand is going to be best focused on face-to-face interactions with your clients, benefiting moving your business forward, strategic thinking. But there are other items that need to happen within a practice. And as much as we can do, we'd like to do that, because the more time you're out excelling at what you need to do or what you value doing with your existing clients and your new clients, the better the relationship is for both parties. And we can assist with that. So essentially, we're on your employee docket, but we are not on your payroll. Business building tools and resources via our website. We'll be showing you some of those here in a moment. Case design assistance, everything from the simplest buy-sell agreement on life insurance all the way through tax strategies at both at a macro level, making sure that your clients are strategically positioned correctly to avoid as much tax risk in the future for retirement as they can, all the way through sequence of return risk with annuities and overfunding cash for reduction of tax in the future with IUL. Forms at your fingertips, right from our website. You can always come to us for forms, but we want to also give you the ability to, at any time of day, be able to access any form you need. You can see that right on the website. Ask your marketer if you have any questions, or call me. Submission to commission support. So once your first case comes in the door, we're following that all the way through the commission check getting over to you and every process along the way. Life and annuity quotes right from the website or in person or directly from our marketing team here. Top sales and expertise and coaching. One of the things over the years I've seen with that many people explain to me with IMOs is there are essentially recruiting marketing organizations, and individuals on those teams may be great salespeople, and those are going to be some of your best relationships that you've ever had, and they're great people. You're also going to run into marketers and individuals from organizations that are very skilled in a particular area. They may not be the most relationship-wise, but they get your stuff done. They get your quotes to you. We look at ourselves as a collaborative sales professional. And the way that we look at this here is we all have top varying levels of specificity and expertise on our life insurance and long-term care insurance team. As an example, we have an individual that focuses on disability, myself in the area of long-term care insurance, life insurance, and income planning. And we're looking at a collaborative relationship, sharing ideas to help move the pie going forward. Anything we can do to build your practice, uncover those big opportunities, whether it be estate planning or just how do we increase the revenue within your practice and save you costs. Paperless contracting, as you know, you can have a conversation with us one day and at the same time you're getting contracting done, submit your applications via programs like Firelight, which is our digital online annuity, for the most part, application system, which many people have recently signed up. So I want to congratulate you if you have. This is a program that can really benefit your business from a standpoint of application, reducing NIGOs, not in good order applications, and essentially getting you paid faster, getting your client policies faster in their hands, et cetera. And this is an area of focus right now on our new business team. If you have any questions about how you can get activated on Firelight, just let us know. We'll talk to your marketer, and we've got more companies coming on board. In addition to that, life insurance, we have IGO, and we are a partner with IGO on our website as well. Creative marketing solutions. In our marketing creativity department here, we have everything from turnkey solutions like professionally written handouts, flyers, presentation systems, all the way down to postcards and newsletters, agency solutions, fully customizable with your brand, making sure your brand is consistent, your vision is consistent within your organization, everything from stationery, brochures, business cards, anything we can do to help you broadcast that image. Digital solutions, everything from personal websites, social media consulting, Facebook advertising, email marketing, drip marketing, online newsletters, you name it, we've got it. If you have any interest, excuse me, in that type of program or how to spread the word about something pressing in your neighborhood, if you will, that can benefit your practice, let your marketer know. We can speak further about the qualification for our creative marketing solutions and how we may be able to partner with you to take advantage of an opportunity that has just popped up. On our website, many of these tools can be accessible. Like I mentioned, you can get access to our forms. You can take your e-applications, request contracting, as well as access many calculators, not only a term quote engine for term insurance, guaranteed universal life, but also a place where you can get access to the top paying retirement lifetime income benefit riders and the top annuity rates for the majority of the companies on the FIA side, as well as a grid that helps us go through the long-term care insurance planning process. So 24 hours a day, if you haven't registered for the IAMS website, give a call to your contact at IAMS and they'll walk you through the process and get you in as painless as possible. When it comes to presentation tools, before we get over to our partners here, one of the things that we partner with, one of the items we partner with is Retirement Analyzer, which essentially is a way to take a client's retirement plan, the dreams, the accounts that they've put together, whether they're going to sell their home, move to a different city just to handle with the expense difference, and take a look at their overall retirement plan, their dream, and it allows, through a simple questionnaire, that dream to go onto paper, and allows them to take a look at, if everything stays the same, will their retirement income plan pass the test of time? And if not, allows you and the individual to talk about something important, which is making changes to that plan if it's not what they would like today versus waiting until retirement. Great presentation tool. If you haven't, also on the life insurance side, if you haven't turned on the TV or listened to Twitter or paid taxes yourself, you probably would have missed this point, but most of us, I think, got it. Essentially, tax risk in retirement is going to be bigger than it has been before. We know that tax rates are going up for retirees. One of the biggest talks in the town right now is how can I reduce tax risk in retirement? By using Index Universal Life as an example, we can create a tax-free retirement account. There is a program that we have that works similar to Retirement Analyzer that allows you to analyze your client's current situation where they're contributing their dollars, maybe in a qualified account, and relate that back to putting that money into a tax-free retirement account by utilizing cash-funded life insurance overfunding. So Stonewood is the name of that program. Ask anybody in the life insurance team about Stonewood and how it may benefit for you, and we can set up an on-screen consultation for you. IAMS Wealth, whether you are considering putting in your U10 and getting your 65, or you already have one, or you're with an RI, or you are an RIA, and you want to get away from the compliance side of things and come underneath an RIA as an IAR, we've got you handled. We have a phenomenal wealth management team that understands the relationship between the fixed business, which is important, as well as the revenue within your practice, client retention, working with increasing wallet shares, and we can help in that arena. So again, if you haven't and want to test, and come on board, give us a call, or if you're shopping around, we'd be happy to introduce you to Duncan or the rest of the team on the wealth management side for more answers to questions you may have. And I'll end with a good thing. Our Producer Summit, still in the middle of our 18-month qualification period, which is unique for producer incentive trips. We do have an 18-month qualification period, and we have current incentives going on right now for any of the business that you write through us that will count towards your trip qualification. So believe it or not, yes, we can come outside now in 2021. So we've got an opportunity to go on our trip, and we're looking forward to rewarding those who are shooting towards that trip. If you have any questions on this, about the qualification period, your current ranking, please talk to your top relationship director at IAMS today, your marketer. You can follow us on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. And I'd like to thank you for joining. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Steve here. And we will go ahead and get the main presentation started. Okay, Chris, I think you might.
Perfect. Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect. Yep, you are on go. And then let me just switch my screen to share. Yep. So right up at the top here, you see where it says show screen. If you click on that, it should allow you to select which screen you want to highlight.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, so click on that for me. Yeah, there you go. And then it'll put a light icon or window. There you go, around the presentation.
Okay. Great. So can you see that? Okay, it should say Manulife John Hancock on a gray screen.
Let's see here. I do. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. And now it should have changed. We good? We all good to go?
Yep. Life insurance that can help you save money.
There you go. Right? Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. We did it. Great. Monday morning with me. Let's go.
Hey, Monday morning. That's an achievement already for the week. So
yes, indeed.
Well, Justin, yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to speak today. Again, my name is Chris Martin. I'm a regional vice president here for John Hancock on the life insurance side. And Justin and the team at IAMS has asked us to kind of do a little presentation here this morning on a handful of items. We've got, I don't know, 2 or 3 different things that we wanted to kind of bring to you here this Monday morning, early in the week. And our hope is that maybe you'll hear something today that you'll be able to take out with you this week, and it'll increase your life insurance sales. That's the hope anyway. 2 or 3 of the items that we're going to talk about actually really pivot around something that we've been doing for a while now here at John Hancock for about the last 6 years, and that is our Vitality program. And I don't want to, for those of you that are on the line, I know we probably have some people that have sold a Vitality policy. So for those agents, we appreciate your business and we thank you for your business. I hope that you've enjoyed the Vitality, process and everything that goes into Vitality, and how we've kind of changed the game around life insurance and how we talk about life insurance. But there's probably also some folks on the line that maybe have barely heard of it, or maybe haven't heard of our Vitality option at all. So I'd like to spend maybe the first just 10 minutes or so just really talking about how we have in fact changed the game with our partnership with Vitality around life insurance. It's really been an innovation for us here, and we've got now over 100,000 Vitality members. And we've paid out about $8.5 million in rewards, not to mention countless dollars that have actually gone into policies to help reduce cost of insurance. And so that program is something that I'd like to, again, just spend a few minutes talking about, and it's our John Hancock Vitality program. Basically, what this program is it's a wellness benefit that you can add to any of our life insurance products. So anything from our term portfolio, obviously all the way through our variable products, our index products, and then our current assumption, just straight universal life products. Obviously, we know, at any life insurance company, but it's specifically at John Hancock, we've got all kinds of products, and we've got a very robust portfolio that are going to help you to give those products to your clients, help them protect their loved ones. But now we've seen through Vitality, we really give your clients the option to really customize through some of these living benefits, not to mention our long-term care rider, which Justin, you mentioned that, and Cameron's going to kind of end our session today talking a little bit more about our long-term care rider. But we can also stack on this wellness benefit that can really reward your clients for doing many things that they're already doing in most cases. So whether it's getting a little bit of exercise, eating healthy, just doing things overall to take care of themselves, we can now reward your clients for doing those things. And again, it's worth noting that we're very much committed to improving the lives of our customers, because quite frankly, but behind friends and family, your life insurance company should be somebody who's very committed to the well-being and improving the lives of our customers, because after all, if they live longer, that's good news for all of us, including you as the producer and the advisor who might be managing their retirement income or their retirement accounts, but also as the life insurance company. We talk much about this shared benefit. Shared benefit is that if clients are living longer, that's actually a more profitable product for us. So that's good for us, but it's also good for your clients, and we're going to reward them for doing some of those things. So, not only does obviously John Hancock provide the solid financial protection that you would expect from a life insurance company, but now through our Vitality products, we've been able to give an opportunity to really save pretty substantial dollars on premiums. And when I say substantial, I'll get into how the program works, but you can save up to even 25% off of your life insurance premiums, and that's a very significant savings to most individuals. We're also going to show you how instead of saving the money on those premiums, you can actually bank those credits, the reduction in cost of insurance, and you can actually help to mitigate some of the other risks that might be involved with your life insurance products. So a very, very versatile and very flexible program. But also on top of that, the Vitality program gives just a ton of great resources, and we've really partnered with a bunch of great retailers, including Apple for some of their Apple Watch discounts. We've partnered with Hotels.com. We've partnered with a number of grocery stores across the country to provide great discounts on savings on healthy foods, and really just give clients all kinds of rewards and perks for the healthy choices that they've made. So with that being said, all of our products now at John Hancock actually come with our free version called Vitality Go. This is at no cost. It's going to be kind of like, I would look at this as like your trial version of the Vitality program. So it's going to give them some very basic benefits and some discounts. Again, I mentioned some of our retail partners that we partnered with. I didn't mention REI, but and some great personalized tips and customized content on how to live a healthier and a longer life. And then if you add for as little as $2 a month, no matter what size policy, the rider for VitalityPLUS actually costs $2 a month. And that's where I mentioned you can get then up to 25% in premium savings. We've partnered with Apple Watch to get an Apple Watch for your clients for as little as $25. We give away a free Amazon Halo now as our free wearable device with a free 3-year membership to Halo. Amazon has come out with this really cool wearable device that tracks steps and fitness and body fat and all kinds of really cool things. A free subscription to Headspace, which is the top-rated meditation app on the Apple App Store. And then, as I mentioned, exclusive discounts up to 50% off Hotels.com and a 1-year Amazon Prime membership once you hit our top status for 3 years in a row. So all kinds of really great additional rewards and perks through the VitalityPLUS, and it's again only $2 per month to add this great rider, so $24 per year. Again, the purpose of this is just to really kind of intro the Vitality program. Hopefully folks on the line may have some additional questions and want to look into this further. So everyone at IAMS is up to speed on the Vitality program. But we, again, just want to kind of intro it here. As I mentioned, Vitality Go is kind of the free version, gives you and your clients just kind of a sneak peek into the program. They can then upgrade to VitalityPLUS, or you can add the VitalityPLUS rider at issue, and it's going to give you all those things that we've mentioned and really give you a very robust platform. The best part is it's easy to track, and it's very simple in how it works. Think of maybe a hotel rewards program or an airline rewards program, and it's as simple as that. So we've got 4 different status levels. You can see bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And every year, clients just do things. We've got a whole slew of things that they can do. So again, they get credits and points for getting steps every day, potentially for logging a workout, for eating healthy, for going to their doctor, for going to the dentist. We actually now give points for flu shots, for COVID vaccinations, right? So we've been able to do all kinds of really great things. And for all those things that they're doing over the course of the year, they're going to earn points. The more that they do and the more they engage, they're going to get more points. The more points translate to obviously a higher status. The higher status, probably the best thing it does is it's going to give them credits, and obviously a higher credit depending on their status, into the policy, which would actually reduce their cost of insurance. It's as simple as that. So every year, if they get a gold, if they earn their gold status, we would give a gold credit, which is going to reduce the cost of insurance in their policy. And then on top of that, they're going to have these other rewards. With the higher status, they would unlock deeper discounts with all the retailers that I've mentioned previously. The best part is that obviously some of our insureds, as they age, get older, we actually customize the program and we make it easier for them to earn those points as they get older. So you can see here someone who's 70 or below. So if you're 45 or 50, by getting what we would consider a light workout, which would be just 5,000 steps per day, you can get 10 points per day by doing that. As you get older, it starts to grade down so that you need actually less steps to equal the same point total. This making it easier for our clients as they age, and your clients, our insureds, to earn points and to make it simpler for them to earn their status year over year. This really is a program for all ages. The discounts, 10% off or 25% off. A policy that is a smaller policy on a younger insured starts to add up for sure. But when we talk about now, a larger policy for estate preservation, for tax benefits that we talked about, some of these larger policies in older ages, that 10 to 25% off can really start to add up for some of those clients. And again, we've been doing this now for about 6 years at John Hancock, and you can see that we've really started to get some great feedback from our Vitality members. As I mentioned earlier, we've got over 100,000 Vitality members now. Some of the stats that I love are right here. You can see that stat in yellow. Nearly 50% of our Vitality members over the course of the last almost 6 years have reported a reduction in their body mass index. So that would be their height and weight ratio. And what a great story that is. This just proves that, and again, I kind of skipped over it, but we've partnered with Vitality. They've been at this for almost 20 years now across the globe, and they've really kind of perfected this science and the human behavior, and it just goes to show that human behavior truly does work. You can see 33% of our Vitality members have reduced their cholesterol, and 80% have said that they've had either similar or better overall health year over year. And obviously about 8 out of 10 of our Vitality members have said that Vitality has positively impacted their life. You can see some of the quotes. These are actually direct quotes from some of our Vitality members. So we really feel like through the Vitality partnership, and again, the ability to add this to any of our life insurance policies at John Hancock, we really have changed the kind of story around life insurance, because now it's not just all about when you pass away. There's actually benefit here now to owning a life insurance policy with John Hancock. And by the way, our Vitality members are engaging with us almost 22 times on average per month, whether they're going to the website and checking their status, or potentially going to their John Hancock Vitality app on their smartphone and checking in. So it's really as simple as 3 steps. You would purchase a policy like you normally would. We'd put you through underwriting. You'd get your policy, and then after you get your policy, and as an agent, as you deliver that policy, we would ask the client, your client, to go online and register, which they do that at johnhancockvitality.com. It's as simple as that. They do a quick 10-minute, what we call Vitality Health Review, which is a quick survey of their health. That's really just for, we've already put them through underwriting, so this is just for their own use, kind of set a baseline of where their health is. It also helps the program to customize some goals for them. And then we would highly recommend that they link a fitness device. If they already have a fitness device, like a Fitbit or a Polar, Garmin, Apple Watch, they can go ahead and link that to start earning points for fitness. If they don't have one, again, as I mentioned, we'll send them a free Amazon Halo, or they can also get an Apple Watch for $25. I can tell you a little bit more about that if people have questions on that. And then it's as simple as signing into our Vitality app on your smartphone, and then they're off and running. Tracking points is really very simple. Everything they do will be tracked through the app, and it happens really simultaneously. And it happens, I've seen my points get credited to my app within either the same day or within 24 hours. So that's really the story around Vitality. And again, I think it was good to hopefully give everybody a quick kind of level set on what Vitality is and how it works. So with that being said, we do have a couple ideas for you on specifically how we can use Vitality, because it's great to have this Vitality option out there. But what does it mean, and how can it really help affect our policies? Well, as I mentioned, one thing and one way that we can use the Vitality program to help out is by reducing our clients' premiums. And again, we can show a reduction in premium of anywhere from 10 to 25%, depending on how much they engage with the product, with Vitality. But another way that we've really shown that Vitality can add a lot of benefit to a policy is if we, instead of reducing the premiums, we would keep the same premium, but just use those, what we would consider banked policy credits and the reducing cost of insurance to help potentially mitigate a low interest rate assumption. So I'm going to kind of walk you through an example of what may potentially happen if we continue to stay in this all-time low interest rate market that we've been in here for the last few years. I think we've got obviously multiple types of products. We've got index products that work off of our, off of the S&P 500. But we also have one of our best-selling products is what we would consider our Protection UL. It's a current assumption universal life product that is currently crediting 4.55%. And in this all-time low interest rate environment, that really is a very competitive and a compelling interest crediting rate. However, we have seen this rate come down the last couple of years, right? And this low interest rate environment has been difficult for all life insurers. As you can see, the 10-year Treasury really is kind of what dictates our crediting rate at John Hancock, but also across the industry. With interest crediting rates continuing to be at an all-time low, I mean, it really does affect our life insurance crediting rates. You can see that while rates are still low, we would hope that rates may start to go back up. However, I know at our company at John Hancock, we're certainly forecasting that we think we may be in this low interest rate environment for the near term. So with that being said, let's just jump into kind of a quick example. I want to show you how the Vitality credits can really go in to offset some of this low interest rate risk that we may be assuming with our life insurance policies today. So this is an example of a female, 55, we've assumed an underwriting risk class of standard plus and $1 million death benefit. And we've just gone ahead and solved for the premium that would keep this $1 million on a current basis and carry it out to endow at lifetime at age 125. And you'll see that by doing this, that premium comes out to be $11,433. Okay. If they pay this premium, you'll see that the guarantee from 55, they continue to pay this full pay premium. The premium guarantees in this contract the premium to age 90 for this individual. So we've got a guarantee to 90 as long as they pay this $11,433. But on the current side, so if we're crediting this 4.55 and we have our current charges assumed, it's going to continue to keep this policy in force all the way out for lifetime. So this would be a very typical example of what we would show and what we would run currently at John Hancock. 4.55%. Again, in this all-time low interest rate, fairly competitive, very competitive and fairly compelling. If we look at this now, and we take this and we just stress test the policy a little bit. So if we say, okay, we're in this low interest rate environment, what if John Hancock can't keep this 4.55%? And what if we have to reduce this to 4%? So it's a 55 basis point reduction. This starts at day one, and we keep this 4% for the life of the contract. Well, you'll notice that the guarantee continues to last to age 90, because that's what it does. It's going to continue to last to age 90. But instead of this policy carrying out to age 125, you'll notice that now, because of the 55 basis point reduction, it only lasts to age 95, okay? And this is actually assuming no vitality. So I've done nothing with vitality. This is how the policy would perform if they actually just are not engaging with vitality. But this is the beauty of vitality. So again, instead of using vitality and reducing the premiums, we do what we would call bank the vitality credits. So we're going to continue to pay that $11,433. We still do the same thing. We drop the crediting rate to 4% day one. And if we add the vitality engagement, you'll notice that if they engage at the silver level, instead of lasting to 95, this policy actually now lasts to age 99. If they actually attain the gold or platinum level, this policy actually does not lapse. So what this has done is it's actually pushed that performance back out to last for lifetime. All they've done is added vitality and engaged at the gold level. Let's take this one step further. Let's stress test it and drop it to 3.75%. So again, current crediting rate 4.55. We've now dropped it to 3.75 day one. And you'll notice that if we continue and hit the gold or platinum status without reducing the crediting rate, or I'm sorry, by reducing the crediting rate, this policy will still not lapse. It makes it to all the way out to age 125 and beyond. If they hit the silver crediting rate, it still goes beyond the age 90 guarantee, and it lasts to age 96. And finally, one further stress test. Let's look at reducing this a full 100 basis points day one. So we take the crediting rate from 4.55 all the way down to 3.55. Obviously, our guarantee is going to remain to age 90. And then if they engage and get a gold status, it would actually carry this policy out to well beyond age 100. If they earn platinum status, it actually takes it all the way out to lifetime again. So this is just a great way to mitigate, another potential risk that you would have in this policy. And it allows us to actually stress test the policy, show a reducing crediting rate, and how vitality credits, reducing your cost of insurance, can actually extend the life of this policy. This blue box, by the way, is in every life insurance illustration that we have at John Hancock. So you can actually show your clients exactly how long this policy will last based on their vitality benefits. So again, multiple ways to show vitality. Certainly reducing their premiums is one way that we do it. But this is just another way that we can show and show those vitality credits actually banking in the policy and reducing and mitigating that risk that they may have. So one final idea that I want to share with you, and I think Justin touched on it as we were opening up, and it's this whole idea of sequence of returns. And I know we talk about this a lot. I think just maybe mentioned it in annuity, probably with regards to annuity income, but we're seeing more and more life insurance policies being purchased due to because of the tax favored growth that we see on those money and on the income that we get to withdraw in a tax favored basis from a life insurance policy. So more of an accumulation type sale. And we're really seeing this with both our protection IUL product and also our accumulation IUL product. But one thing that we talk about a lot is, in retirement, there are still a handful of risks. And if you ask your clients, what some of their biggest risks are, I've got to think that a few of these things would come up, whether it's just outliving retirement assets in general. Obviously, inflation is a big talking point right now, with interest rates being low and potentially starting to rise. Obviously, this withdrawal risk, taxes, certainly with the Biden administration, and there's a lot of talk right now around taxes. And then obviously around, underlying health issues, potentially needing long-term care and how much that can drain a portfolio and specifically a retirement plan if we don't plan for those things appropriately. But I really want to focus today on this sequence of return risk. And I want to show you a quick example. We've probably all seen something like this, but it really goes to speak to once we start to liquidate a retirement plan. Client's done a fantastic job of saving, and we're going to just show you two separate examples. We're going to show you Mr. Smith on the left side, and then Mrs. Jones on the right side. And both have done, again, a fantastic job of saving. They have a beginning balance of $2 million in this taxable account. You can see that each one is going to start taking withdrawals over a 35-year period of $100,000 each year. Just a static withdrawal, $100,000 for retirement income. And keep in mind, this is a taxable account. So after tax, they're probably going to get, who knows, anywhere from $60,000 to $70,000 potentially. So you can see that over the 30-year average, both portfolios perform very similar. You can see 9.64 for Mr. Smith. You can see 9.54 for Mrs. Jones. The only difference here is that Mr. Smith starts taking his income in 1969. And we've looked back, we've done taken the actual returns, taken the withdrawals. And then Mrs. Jones starts her withdrawals in 1971, 2 years later. So two very similar portfolios earning very similar returns, yet there's one huge difference. In Mr. Smith's first year, he had an actual return of minus 15% in the market. That really hit his year-end balance after the first year to the point where he liquidated all of his assets by age 86, whereas Mrs. Jones had a good return in the first few years, and that was able to keep her money and keep it growing. She's got a much different scenario here where she is, after 30 years, has $2.3 million still left. So the only difference here is just the sequencing of returns as it relates to their income and taking income out. This is a huge risk and something that we potentially don't talk enough about with our clients. So how can we mitigate this sequence of return risk by using life insurance? Well, it's a very simple story. We actually just purchased a life insurance policy. In this example, we've shown an indexed universal life policy. And the beauty of our indexed universal life policies is that they do have a floor of 0%. So even in that first year, where the S&P potentially or the market might be down by 15%, you're going to not have that down return in our life insurance policy. We'll have a down floor or a floor of 0%. Now, the opposite is true as well. We do obviously have caps on our IULs, so we will cap the upside, but it really helps to mitigate that downside risk. These policies are, in many ways, a lot less market correlated than just a straight portfolio. So if we take this same example from Mr. Smith, but we call it Mr. Smith 2.0, we still show withdrawals coming out starting in 1969. And we just pick a few years where we have down interest rate assumptions based on the market. And instead of taking and liquidating from the retirement account, we simply say, let's just take $100,000 from our cash value life insurance policy. Again, could be a protection index life policy, could be our accumulation policy. And so we just show the income for these, I think it is 7 years that we decide to take out. We leave the money in the retirement account during these down negative years, and then we're able to catch that market rebound the next couple years, which typically we've shown the S&P to do historically year over year. We still have the same 9.64, but you'll see by not taking and withdrawing during those down years, it's a totally different story. We're able to take income for all 30 years. And by the way, he's got a much, much more robust portfolio at the end of it. So you can see the difference here. First portfolio liquidated, drains early. Second, portfolio, what we're calling 2.0, really has a much different story. And all we've done is taken and cherry picked a few of these down years, and instead of in those down market years, instead of liquidating from the retirement plan, we actually liquidate from a life insurance policy. And in this example, we show a 10-year premium of $29,000 on our protection IUL product. We're crediting 5.14 as our look back rate on that product. This is a 50-year-old preferred non-smoker. We did add a 2% long-term care rider as well, which Cameron's going to finish us up today here in a few minutes talking about our long-term care rider. But you'll see that buys for $290,000 over 10 years. It buys us $890,000 of death benefit protection. We also have $890,000 of long-term care pool, which we can accelerate at $17,000 per month to really take care of that health risk or the long-term care piece of it. And then we did illustrate distributions, and because it's tax favored, we didn't need to take out the full $100,000. We only had to take out $60,000. And you can see that we did this at ages 69, 70, 73, 74, 77, 80, and 86. So these are the 7 years where the market was down. We kept the money in the retirement plan and instead utilized the life insurance contract for the tax advantage withdrawals and loans. Again, just a quick synopsis here. You can see the death benefit that we purchased. I like looking out here at age 90, the cumulative death benefit after we've taken the withdrawals, our cumulative premiums, the distributions of taking the 420 over 7 years, still have a nice healthy benefit for long-term care should they need it. And obviously you can see an after-tax IRR on the death benefit of 4.23% at age 90. Very compelling story, one that we think can really help to mitigate some of those risks with retirement income that many of your clients are facing today. I will mention too, Justin at the onset mentioned the Stonewood software. I think that they've got a module that kind of looks at taxation and this kind of story as well. We're actually one of the carriers that has participated in the Stoneware software, so we're out there on that platform as well. We also can help, and obviously everyone at IAMS knows our not only the Vitality story, they know our product portfolio inside and out, and they can be a great resource for you when designing this type of a sales solution really for your clients. I will say we do have a couple kind of John Hancock branded pieces, one of which is what we call our planning and action from our advanced markets department. It's really taken this sequence of returns risk, put it into a case in point and into a nice success story. if you want to hear more about this, that's something that's definitely available for you. And then we also have our own software where we can actually design these types of plans for your clients specifically and really customize them. And obviously those would be compliance approved in most places, but compliance approved from John Hancock's perspective. So if you have any other questions on those or anything else that we've talked about, please reach out to everybody at IAMS. Like I said, they're fully aware of these strategies and can help you with that. So with that being said, that brings us to the end of my portion of this. I am going to attempt to turn this over to Cameron, and he's going to bring us home for today. Justin, what's the best way for me? Do I just stop sharing?
Perfect. No, actually, if you would go up to change presenter.
Okay.
That little icon there, and then
Yep.
select Cameron. There you go.
Got it. Yes.
Perfect.
Did that do it?
And then let's see, Cameron, can you hear us? Perfect.
I can hear you, yes.
Excellent. Hey, we did it, guys. 2 for 2.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you for the introduction. I want to make sure that you guys can see the right screen. Is it the PowerPoint or is it full screen?
No, it's the actual PowerPoint. If you hold up, if you may be able to click on Show Screen, Cameron, right underneath the little button that looks like Play on the web software, and it will drop down and give you a choice of what screen to select. You see that there? It'll have like a whole list of screens.
Oh, here we go, screen. Yeah. All right, perfect. Is that better?
There we go. That is it. There we go.
All right. Beautiful. So hello, everyone. My name is Cameron. I work with Chris. I support him in your territory, and so I'm here to speak about our long-term care rider and how it helps solves the issue of not having enough for your long-term care needs later on in life. So living a long life increases the possibility of needing long-term care, especially when you're using our Vitality program and living that longer life, and you have that increased risk of needing some long-term care. And it can have some needing long-term care can have some devastating consequences to a client's family and their finances. And so here's the problem, right? Besides personal income and assets, clients often don't have anything else to pay for long-term care. And so this means that their retirement plan is in jeopardy if they have to pay for it out of pocket, and their family is in jeopardy if they have no choice but to provide it. And so both have significant, if not irreversible, consequences. And this is where our long-term care and other long-term care products come into play and the purposes that they serve. And they pay for care when no other insurance does. So when working with financial professionals, we should avoid getting into a debate, or with our clients, I'm sorry, we should avoid getting into a debate over product features and instead a discussion about solving problems. All right. Let's see if I can change the screen here. All right, so perfect. When you think about paying for long-term care expenses in retirement, you have to understand that our long-term care rider does the best job. This is because that's what it is designed to do. It's going to pay for those long-term care expenses. Other products are designed differently. They simply provide some money when a customer becomes chronically ill. But when you keep the conversation on the problem, that creates the need for the product and not necessarily the product itself. And we will win every time. So over the next few minutes or so, we'll take a look at how our long-term care rider provides the most meaningful long-term care protection for the lowest cost, and how to explain that our rider is designed to be the best solution to solve the problems related to chronic illnesses. There we go. So these are the pillars of our approach to creating an effective and meaningful solution to pay for these long-term care expenses. These are the benefits of having a rider designed specifically to pay for these costs and is associated with chronic illness. customers are getting more than a check. They're getting access to the most income tax-free benefits to pay for long-term care costs insured. So they can afford specialized care and services. Professional care, helps alleviate the emotional, physical, and financial toll on informal caregivers such as family members. They still have death benefit preservation. So our reimbursement-based model for qualified long-term care expenses leave more room for extended care and need and beneficiaries at the death benefit, right? So let's say they have $30,000 per month available to them and they're only using 15. The 15 that they don't use will just remain in the death benefit to extend that care need. We're maximizing long-term care coverage so they can get up to $50,000 each month, regardless of the per diem limit, which right now is roughly $11,000 to $12,000. Income-free or income tax-free long-term care benefits, and again, no need to be out of pocket. All right. So as we know, there are only two options to families have when there's a need for long-term care. They can pay for care out of pocket or rely on family members to provide it unless they purchase insurance that's designed to cover these types of expenses. With more carriers in the long-term care rider and hybrid space, there's definitely some increased competition, and so every product will help cover costs. However, ours does so better and in a more meaningful way. Many of them include features that might seem attractive and add more value, but after you take a closer look, they're generally not more important than the overall plan to solve the long-term care problem. And so what do I mean by this? Nobody wants to buy insurance, but everybody wants to solve a problem. Insurance has a very specific role in solving the long-term care problem. The problem has to do with the significant and emotional, physical consequences to a client's family and the financial consequences to every plan that they've created to have a secure retirement. If nothing's been allocated to pay for those long-term care expenses, the entire portfolio and therefore their family is in jeopardy. This is a long-term care problem, and so what can be done about it? When clients understand that they have this problem, they can look at their financial professional, albeit you guys, to help create a plan. And the plan is to be able to afford the care that's needed to help them remain safe at home without relying on their children to provide their financial portfolio to pay for it. So life insurance can fund the plan to pay for care, putting the family back to where they were prior to the need for long-term care. All right. And so our long-term care rider helps ensure access to specialized professional care related to the activities of daily living deficiencies and or cognitive issues. Protects the family from the, sorry about that. So when you think about it in these terms, our long-term care rider does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it does so more effectively than others. I also wanted to quickly speak about the per diem limit. So what's the per diem limit? Again, it's simply the amount of money the IRS says you can get from a long-term care or critical illness product on a tax-favored basis without showing them how it was spent. It is not tied to LTC costs, let alone a customer's specific coverage needs. However, this is the solution most carriers use because it's easier for them. It's not necessarily easier or better for the customer, the family, or the advisor. And there are a number of limitations when basing the amount of coverage that can be purchased and the benefits that can be paid on the per diem limit from year to year, right? So, they provide it as a one solution for all clients with differing needs. Benefits paid in excess must be spent on qualified long-term care for tax-favored treatment, but most carriers won't even pay the excess just to avoid taxation issues. And again, families must manage.
If you don't mind, if I could just jump in real quick. I mean, I think
Sure.
that this is a really, really important, key feature that we need to look at when we look at. So our long-term care rider is a reimbursement model. So we actually are, and I think a lot of times advisors who maybe have dabbled in this market a little bit, but maybe don't know, what exactly reimbursement is. We actually will pay. I almost look at it like a direct bill. We actually have a long-term care coordinator on staff that when this, when the life insurance policy with the rider, long-term care rider goes to claim, that long-term care coordinator will work directly with you or with the family member to actually help them find a facility or home health care. And then we actually pay that. Let's say it's a home health care company, we would pay them directly. And so it takes some of that burden off of the family or off of potentially an adult, child who may have to step in and to help out during these times. So we actually pay the facility directly, as opposed to the other type of long-term care riders, an indemnity version, which would just cut a check to the insured, which is fine too. But then they have to, either pay the bill and then keep, receipts. And again, what Cameron's pointing to here is that this per diem amount, many carriers will limit you to that per diem amount because they don't want it to go above that. Because if it goes above that, it could potentially be taxable. Then you have to provide receipts to the IRS to show that it's all, for long-term care costs. Whereas with ours, we could go up to $50,000. We can go way above and beyond the per diem amount because it is qualified long-term care. So this is a major difference between us and other carriers. And as a matter of fact, the per diem amounts went to, they were in Congress last year, and they were deciding, should we raise them, should we, keep them static, not change the per diem amounts. And a lot of, carriers were watching this very closely. We were as well, but we weren't as concerned about it because it didn't affect our payouts on the long-term care side of things. So just one thing, and our clients weren't as concerned about it either, because no matter what the per diem amount is, it's really irrelevant to us at John Hancock. And if you have one of our policies, because we can pay above and beyond that without any problems. So sorry, Cameron, I just wanted to kind of emphasize what you're saying there. It's a key differentiation between us and the industry, and one that we're very proud of, and we think it works very well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for stepping in there, Chris. And the final part of this presentation is really to go over combining long-term care. We call it the power of three. Combining long-term care with a protection product of ours, Protection UL, and Vitality, what Chris talked about first in our presentation, to offset the cost of long-term care insurance. And so, as you can see from my screen here, you can't see the presenter
That looks
control screen, right? Okay, great. Great. So yeah, again, leveraging the power of three to offer better coverage. So they get low-cost death benefit protection, motivation, and support for healthy living through Vitality, and still financial protection and choice and control in the event of a long-term care need. And here's a chart of us versus us and our competitors. So when you have just Protection UL with the long-term care rider, premiums are about $7,400. However, when you add Protection UL with Vitality Gold engagement each year, premiums go all the way down to $6,700, right? Versus Protective, more premium and less max monthly benefit amount. Nationwide gets you a little bit more, but again, we're significantly below all of these premiums. And the closest one is Lincoln to provide $40,000 in coverage, but it's almost double our Protection UL with long-term care, and that's not even at Vitality or with Vitality engagement. And the premium without Vitality and without the long-term care rider is actually about $6,800, $6,852 if I'm not mistaken. And so engaging in Vitality Gold actually allows the premiums to get below what it would have been without the long-term care rider at all. And so it's the same story with our protection IUL that Chris touched on with the retirement backstop. And it's, again, one of our sales strategies that we are very proud of and we love to talk about with our agents.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Cameron, thanks so much for kind of running through that. With that, I know we're about 3 minutes over the hour here, so we definitely value everybody's time. I'll just in closing, just want to say, thank you for the opportunity, Justin, and to speak to a handful of advisors and agents today. If you have any other questions, obviously we're available, both myself and Cameron, as we support IAMS. Everyone at IAMS, like I mentioned, is really subject matter experts on all things life insurance, long-term care riders, specifically John Hancock and our Vitality, platform, and how we can kind of, customize any of these policies really to fit the needs of your clients and your insureds. So we look forward to the opportunity to earn your business. And with that being said, Justin, I will flip it back over to you.
Excellent. Thank you both very much for your time. And one of the slides that I did not cover, but I will now, that for some reason is not in my document I've got here, is this whole concept. What I just saw you guys go through, it handles one of the major risks that retirees face. We talked about sequence of return risk. We talked about taxation, risk of taxation. One of the big ones, one of the risks in retirement that oftentimes we don't think about is human capital. People are living longer, and if you don't have a plan, there's going to be a point where physically you're not going to be able to do the same things that you were at one point. And I think that ties right back into this. With life insurance, we have to be looking at not only our revenue line when it comes to retirement, our portfolio, our risks there, but also every day that we live longer, life insurance underwriting can be like a hockey stick. It's you got a year that goes by and that can change the price of some of the insurance. We know the risks are there, and clients are now interested in seeing them. And for those advisors that are interested in raising their hand in their community and saying, how do I get the word out about this? How do I help my clients take a look at macro planning when it comes to all these risks? I just saw one with John Hancock, thank you very much, where we could cover long-term care insurance and still have the taxation risk covered as well. These are topics that we can help you with. We have our first academy, and we're bringing those back here with 2021 on the deck for later on this year. And at that academy, we are going to be covering, in the first one that we've got this year, we're going to be covering what other top advisors have been doing around this planning concept. We're going to be going through advanced annuity and life insurance strategies, deep dives into very specific ways to reduce these risks, and also marketing to be able to help you, particularly in the digital realm, raise your hand or put your sign up, if you will, to say, I'm here to help. Here's the sign in the window. We can help with taxation. We can help with longevity risk. So make sure that if you haven't already, talk to your primary relationship at IAMS and your marketer, and they can share with you more about the qualification and registration process for that event coming up later this year. Thank you both. I'll be talking with you soon. And if anybody, we're going to be looping back around with everybody, myself and the life insurance team. I'm going to get together with John Hancock, and we'll have a couple of copies of these, if it's okay with you gentlemen, to be able to pass on to those who attended this morning, right?
Absolutely.
A couple of your documents. Thank you so much. These are recorded, so take a look. Also, make sure to ask your marketer for the link, and be talking to you soon. Thanks again, John Hancock. You guys have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Take care.